Let's go to our resource sheet and set up a work resource. We're going to go in a different way this time. I'm going to go to Gantt chart right here in the task tab, and I'm going to pull the little arrow down, and I'm going to go down to resource sheet. And there's my resource sheet. So that's an easy way to get to it and a kind of a shortcut if you'd like to do that. Let's take a look at a work resource. So we'll take a look at Daniel, and you'll notice that he's got a name, but he's also got a job in here. That's really helpful when you have a project that starts off as a generic, we need to have an IT project manager on this, and then you get a name. You can just go ahead and put that name in and leave the job title there. What type is it? Well, he's a work resource. In other words, there are 3 here, and he's the type of resource that we allocate by time. You'll notice that we can put in the material here. That doesn't go for this column, but we've given him initials of IT Project Manager, and you can use initials here if you want to. I don't find those very useful, but it is kind of interesting to be able to put in resources by initial. Now, just to identify, he's part of the IT group. In other words, he's internal. You'll notice that Lamilia is also part of the IT group, but we have 2 contractors, the network consultant who doesn't have a name yet, and Lori, who is a contractor, and she's in testing. Now, these people are available a certain percentage of the time. So in this particular case, Daniel is available 100% of the time. This is his project. But you'll notice that the contractor is only available 25% of the time. We'll show you in a minute how to take care of that. So here's his standard rate. He is on salary, so he doesn't get overtime. His cost per use is $20. In other words, when we initially use him, no matter what else, the minimum is $20. So it's like a one-time fee. Now, we accrue this in a prorated fashion. In other words, we can see that we can either do it as a prorated, in other words, as he accumulates hours. We can pay him all at the start, or we can pay him all at the end. Different work resources require different methods of payment. For example, if we go here to the network consultant, we're paying him up front. If we were paying a contractor that actually did a job for us and we had to check the quality of the job, we might pay them at the end. This last column, base, actually means base calendar. So we want to make sure that we have everyone working on their specific calendars so that we don't overwork them or work them during times when they're not available. So what we want to do is go down here and let's just select the network consultant because they're going to work on their own calendar system. Let's go down to Lamonia, and she's going to work on a specified calendar where she's available 25% of the time. So let's go ahead and make sure that she's got that 25% of the time in the calendar so we can schedule her appropriately. Well, I'm going to go back up to the project tab, and I'm going to select change work time. And this is our standard working time calendar. So notice that it's going to be a calendar 4, and we're going to save that at the end. It's going to be based on the standard calendar, but we want to make sure that we schedule her for the right times when she's available. So I'm going to go down to work weeks, and I'll go over to details. And now I've got my schedule up. So I'm going to select Monday through Friday, like so. And let's say that she's available only 2 hours a day. She's available from 1 to 3 p.m. So I'm going to say set days to these specific times. I'll select that and delete it. And I'm going to say 1 p.m. and she's available until 3 p.m. And that's the only one that I really want scheduled. The rest of this is blank. So now I've got her scheduled 5 days a week from 1 to 3. We'll click OK. And now I'll create a new working calendar, and that calendar will be called Lamonia. And we'll click OK. Do you want these changes to reflected in the resource? You bet I do. Okay, so now I've got that one calendar for her. I'll click OK, and I'll go up here and I'll say, please change that to the Lamonia calendar. And now she can be scheduled between 1 and 3 only. If she's outside those hours, she's going to turn red for us.